This is our group project for ISDS 570 MV Portfolio Optimization. Our team members are Gregory Gonzalez, Timothy Liu, Christina Lozano, and myself, Harout Krboyan. Our team will be optimizing a mean variance portfolio using 5 years of daily data ranging from 2016 to 2020 for the purpose of testing the portfolio for the first 3 months of 2021. For our optimization, we use the minimum acceptable return of the SP500 TR index for our 5 years of daily data. We begin our presentation by diving into a more detailed account of our data as well as the ETL process.
For our data and ETL process, we incorporate tools of PostgreSQL for our database creation and RStudio for our further analysis conducted. CSV files that have already been imported include the company list and EOD files that have been converted into views. First, we create an EOD indices table, which incorporates scrape data from Yahoo from January 1st, 2016 to March 26, 2021, while creating view at the same time. These views help us store a table based on our queries created. Next, we create a custom calendar table, which has been modified and imported based on the dates of January 1st, 2016 to March 26, 2021, setting our trading days as 1 and weekend and holidays to 0. After, we create an exclusions table to exclude tickers that are less than 99% complete. From here, we create a materialized view based on EOD quotes 2016-2021, excluding the tickers that are incomplete, which is then joined onto our custom calendar to produce our daily prices CSV file. Lastly, we create our user, which will be used in RStudio in order to access our database. In RStudio, we read our daily price CSV file to confirm, then require the R Postgres package and DBI package to create the same query used for our daily prices table. Finally, we have everything imported and disconnect the database and apply the same methods used in PostgreSQL to prepare our data for further analysis of cumulative and annualized returns and portfolio optimization. So the first part of our analysis is to calculate the cumulative return for 12 chosen stock tickers. Chart 1 shows the 12 stock tickers from 2016 to 2020. And it also shows the general trend for cumulative returns as it shows a positive ROI. We also note that the high is of nearly 2 cumulative returns with a low of negative 0.5 cumulative returns in the year of 2020.
Weights of optimized portfolio. Table 1 below depicts the weights of our optimized portfolio to 4 digits of precision with the sum of the weights. From the table, we can see that the tickers like KNBWY and LBRDA have the highest weights, and clearly LYB has the lowest weight. The higher the weight, the higher the amount the ticker has in the distribution. On the other hand, the lower the weight, the lower the amount has in the distribution. This suggests that KNBWY and LBRDA have large distributions, whereas LYB has a small negative distribution. The sum of the weights, which is 1, tells us that our weights are properly normalized. Cumulative return chart for optimized portfolio and SP500 TR 2021. Chart 2 below depicts the cumulative returns for our portfolio and the SP500 TR index for 2021 ending on March 26th. From this chart, we can observe that our portfolio and the SP500 TR index start at around the same number of cumulative returns, while our portfolio overtakes the SP500 TR index near the end of January. At its peak, our portfolio had an average of around 0.05 cumulative returns in the month of February. Even after February, our portfolio is still consistently above the SP500 TR index. Thus, we can determine that our portfolio appears to have a higher cumulative return on the average compared to the SP 500 TR index.
Next, we have the annualized returns for optimized portfolio and SP 500 TR. In Table 2, it contains the annualized returns for our portfolio and SP 500 TR index for 2021 ending on March 26th. From this table, we observe that the annualized returns for our portfolio is approximately 0.3479 with a standard deviation of 0.1983. The annualized returns for the SP 500 TR index is approximately 0.2987 with a standard deviation of 0.1623. This means that our portfolio has a higher annualized return with a larger variance in returns, while the SP 500 TR index has a lower annualized return with a smaller variance in returns. In conclusion, from the analysis, we can determine that the performance of our portfolio is superior to the performance of the SP 500 TR index. This conclusion is reached through comparing the annualized returns for our portfolio and the SP 500 TR index alongside the charts generated from the cumulative returns. From Table 2, we could determine that our portfolio has a higher annualized return with a larger variance than comparing it with SP 500 TR index. By looking at Chart 2, we can observe that our portfolio appears to have a higher cumulative return during the 3-month period of 2021 compared to the SP 500 TR index. Through the direct numerical and visual comparisons, we can speculate that exploring custom selection of stocks may be more profitable compared to investing in the totality of the SP 500 TR index. Thank you for listening to our presentation.